Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. So we are at the US dollar currency index, the DXY of the Forex market. So what can I see on the weekly chart? We had here our head and shoulders that play out. So we had our shoulder 1, then the head, shoulder 2. And then we had a nice flip completion from the high here till the low. We have a minus 68 flip completion here. So we expect an some bullish orders that can kick in from that zone. So what we see already is a weekly bullish candle close this week. So it will close bullish. So we can expect some more bullish momentum till possibly maybe this institutional candle here or that possible bigger head and shoulder 1, then this is the same head, shoulder 2. This is possible, but I expect the price to come back till this institutional candle. So I will throw my box at this institutional candle zone. So that's what I expected. The price can touch this institutional candle here. So if I go to the daily chart, you can see on the daily we need to have some more development of the price, because what we now have is still on the line chart this bigger bearish W. So it can be a natural W for possibly more downside momentum, but we have that weekly bullish candle close. So what I want to see is that close above that lower high here. So like this, that we can make a reversal pattern in the form of a shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2. And that's what I want to see for possibly more upside momentum till this potential institutional candle here. Because this can also be our high and this can be also our low. So everything between that can be a correction. So if I delete this like this can all a correction for possibly more downside momentum. So this is nice aligning with that institutional candle here. So that's nice. So then can play out the bearish W on the daily. So yeah, that's what I can see on the DXY. So I expect DXY to go bullish from here. That's what I expect. That's not sure because we have that still natural W to sit against us for possibly more downside momentum. So yeah, we will see what will happen. So the first trade that I have in mind is CADJPY. I have a lot of CAD pairs this week that I'm looking at, 3 of them, and some other pairs that needs to have some more development. So yeah. So if I go to CADJPY on the weekly, what you can see on the weekly chart is that we have this bigger bullish M. So we have that first leg, second leg, third leg, that fourth leg, and we were making that fifth leg, but we made the same highs. So we expect the same lows. This is our natural M. So we have a pattern within a pattern. We can still reach the weekly minus 27. So I take the Fibonacci from the low here till the high. We can still reach that weekly minus 27 here, weekly take profit point, sorry. 112.250 like this. This can be the weekly take profit point. I will delete then the Fibonacci. Then I will delete my tool. So we have a pattern within a pattern. So that's nice. So we are now at this weekly lows, at this weekly box. I also placed a blue horizontal line. So, and I look further back in history, we had here some nice resistance. So this is resistance. Then if I look further, then we have here also clear resistance, support, near some support and resistance. So it's a supply and demand zone from back in history. So it's nice aligning here with that support here that can hold the price up for potentially more upside momentum. And we have also here an ascending trend line on the daily that hold the price up. So if I go to the daily, so we have here, first this, we have here also that weekly bullish candle close as an indication for potential diesel here at the third candle, and then some bullish momentum that can kick in from that part. So if I go to the daily, on the daily chart, what we can see on the daily went very aggressively to the downside, but what I saw, I drew this ascending trend line here. Then we can have that first touch, second touch, and then a third touch for potential more upside momentum. And you can already see after that bearish impulse, we already coming very correctively with the trend. So this can correct a little bit more, and then we can break out of it, and then we can go to the upside. So that's what I can see aligning with the ascending trend line. What I already see is, okay, if I go to the line chart, you can see that we have here a potential shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2, as you can see. But if I went back to the candle chart, we have here the same. The wicks came back to the same high, so I expect the same lows. So a kind of natural M within inverted and shoulders. So if I go to the daily now candlestick chart, you can see I drew this daily zone at the daily lows because I see this as a daily natural M. And if I go to the 4-hour right now, then I want to see here a diesel pattern. We can already see here some descending channel. We have here the descending trend line here and also the descending trend line. So we have the bearish impulse and that corrective nature with the trend. So we can see that we can have here some break out of it at some point. So that's what we can expect. So if we have here our, let me draw it, the third candle coming back till this zone, and then the fourth candle also closing like this with the body like this one also here, the body, then yeah, I will just do it like this. So a bullish candle, then a retrace till this diesel box, and the fourth one also. Then we can take the long setup like this till the daily TP for around, yeah, 4% is enough, 4.1% around number till the downside like this, 1.105.600 for around 4.1% is enough. Like this, it will be enough. And then we will take our 4-hour take partials at this at these daily highs like this for our TP for around of 2.6%. So that's what I want to see on CADJPY. So yeah, we need to see what there will develop. So the next trade is USDCAD. So again, please notice that I have 3 pairs in my SMB. So you need to choose the best ones at that time, so I don't expose me 2 trades on a day to take. So yeah. So if I go to USDCAD, what I can see is we are still having this bigger bullish M here. I see this as one leg, this higher low and higher high. I see this as one leg, one impulse. So that's why I see this is bullish. So what I can see already is we have here a weekly bullish candle close. So this can be aligning with this ascending trend line, kind of ascending trend line here to, yeah, to have again a big bullish impulse to the upside. So I went to the daily chart, and what I see on the daily chart, okay, we have a major bearish driver on the daily because we have this bigger bearish W, but we can see that we have here also that natural M here. So we have here the same highs, so we expect the same lows. So that's what I can see. This can be an impulse to the downside and then corrective nature, counter to the trend. So I will manage this trade much better. I will take partials much more than normally because we are here in that, yeah, bearish driver here, and this can be a corrective nature, counter to the trend for possibly more downside momentum. So I will see what will happen. So I want to see the same lows. So we had here the same highs, same lows, daily zone drew at the daily lows. We have here also a kind of supply and momentum. This is acting as resistance, support, and potential support. So that's nice that we have there a supply and momentum. So I have until the 4-hour chart, and then I want to just see some impulse to the downside, and then here some diesel 1, 2, 3, and then the buy limit sitting there at the diesel box like this. This will be then my diesel box. Or if you have a pattern like this impulse to the downside, sorry, like this impulse to the downside and then push to the upside, then a break of that low like this here, break of that low, break of that lower high, then we can expect a reversal. So we have that inverse and then shoulder 1, head, then here the shoulder 2, and then we can go to the upside or that bullish M from that point. So That is what I can see for the moment that can play out. So yeah, we need to have some development on that trade. Good. So the next trade is then again that get pair. So if I go to the weekly, what you can see on the weekly is we broke above that weekly high. So we broke above that. We are moving correctively to the upside. So we can move in that direction again. We can move with the channel to the upside. So we have that weekly bullish candle close here. So we expect a daily pattern to take a trade on. So on the daily, what I see on the daily is we had here some resistance and it acted as support. So this is a kind of supply and demand zone. What I also see is we had here that bullish M. Sorry, this can be my bullish M, but also the same highs, and then we expect the same lows. That's why I drew this daily zone at the daily lows, and we have also again the daily supply and demand zone at this daily low. So that's nice. So on the 4-hour, we need to have that impulse to the downside, and then I expect a pattern in the form of diesel or an inverse head and shoulders or a bullish M. So that's what I can see on GBPCAD. We need to have there some development. Then GBPCHF. So if I go to the weekly chart, you can see that we still didn't touch the weekly highs. We are in a bearish driver, in a bigger bearish W. We had here some bearish impulse after that bearish W, but we didn't reach the weekly high. So now we have that weekly bullish candle close. So I can look for a daily pattern because the weekly is giving me a sign. Okay, we can go back up till this weekly highs or this weekly highs from that pattern. So what I can see is a nice possible inverse head and shoulders that can play out. So we have here on the line chart our shoulder 1, head, possible shoulder 2. The price needs to come back till this shoulder 1 zone on the daily chart. So that's what I can see on the daily, that the price needs to come back to that zone. We broke also out of this descending trend line, as you can see. On the 4-hour, it's also better. So yeah, this is the descending trend line. We want to see a bearish impulse to the downside. We're already making here some kind of deceleration here already. So this can be a sign that we can go to the downside till the daily zone here. So yeah, so this is what I can see. Also, this trade need to have some development. Then EURJPY on the weekly chart. What I can see on the weekly chart is that we are making this bigger bullish M here, and we are having here some resistance, support. So a nice supply and demand. So with already a weekly bullish candle close, we have here kind of ascending trend line here, holding the price up on the weekly. So that's nice to see with that weekly bullish candle close. So I went then till the daily chart. On the daily chart, what I can see is we have here a smaller bullish M, natural M. So a pattern within a pattern. So that bullish M, and then that same high. So this red candle wick came till the same highs. You need to see it very closely. If I put the daily horizontal line here, you can see that this week came till the same high. So we expect the same lows now for the natural M, same highs, same highs, same lows. So that's why I drew this this arrow here to the downside. That's what I want to see. And what I also see is that this is aligning with this bullish daily zone. So this bullish zone kicked in very aggressively to the upside. This also, and we can expect here also some bullish momentum till the upside, till the daily highs, because the daily is still bearish. So yeah, from that point, if we reached here the daily lows and we go back to the daily highs, then we need to have some big partials here to take. So we need to take there some big partials out. Yeah. So that's what I can see. The bullish M with the natural M. Then the daily lows that we want to reach, daily ascending trend line. holding the price up very nicely. So it's very nice aligning, as you can see, holding the price up. Then on the 4-hour, I want to see then that impulse to the downside, and then a corrective nature, a diesel box, or a pattern in the form of an inverse head and shoulders like this, or then that bullish M like this. So that's what I want to see, like this. Good. So yeah, these are the trades I'm now looking at. There are more potential trades, but yeah, these are the ones I'm most looking at for the moment. So the upcoming days will be more clear than what Forex market will do. So yeah, I hope you had a nice weekend, and yeah, see you next week. Bye.